And Jay, welcome to your solo session. Do you want to go ahead and just give a brief rundown of your character?
Sure. My character, Nivolas Dithorani, uh, goes by Niv for short if no one is comfortable saying my full name. Um, but I'm a rogue of the House Dithorani, and I'm House Dithorani is known for entertainment and assassinations. I guess I don't know how well the world recognizes their assassinations. It's like supposed to be a secret. I mean, if it's not a secret, then they're not doing their job very well, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're just known for their entertainment, and maybe I'm not supposed to tell people that I do assassinations.
That's okay.
Uh,
Yes, you are correct. They're most known for their entertainment. The
yeah,
assassination piece is more of a trade secret of the house.
yeah. And I belong to the house because I was given up by my parents to the house, I guess for some money at a young age, and I resent them for that, and it's made me kind of bitter and twisted, and I'm kind of evil, and I'm also dragon marked.
Yes.
The term, okay, so I'm dragon marked, which means that I'm special for some reason. I don't really understand why. I don't understand the whole dragon mark. You might have to explain this to me, like how dragon marks manifest, and like with House Dithorani, like they're an offshoot of another house, and if the dragon mark is which house you're in, how did the people change to a different house if they were dragon marked for that other house? Are
Good
they?
question. Let me give you kind of a really brief synopsis on the dragon mark thing. So, dragon marks manifest through bloodlines. So certain bloodlines have the ability, not all of them do, but some people within those bloodlines can manifest the dragon mark. If you do manifest the dragon mark, it's like the mark of shadow is specifically for elves. We'll say also half elves and some humans, based on interbreeding. But gnomes, halflings, orcs probably aren't going to manifest the mark of shadow, right? The mark of
Right.
shadow is was specifically for the long time part of House Fjarlin, um,
Yeah.
and eventually because of the Shadow Schism, House Thorani, who's re- related by blood to Fjarlin, broke off and made their own house. So now there are two
Mm,
shadow marked houses
I see.
that exist in the world.
So technically, I could have been Shadow Mark and then gone to either of the houses, but for whatever reason, my parents chose this house to sell me to
Hmm.
or to give me up to.
Yep, exactly. Um,
Okay.
and I mean, really, all the dragon mark is it's a variation. It's a racial variation that appears in some people of that race, right? And and specifically for Shadow, yeah, Thorani and Fjarlin are the only ones. Because you're
Hmm.
dragon marked, you get the honorific of the D at the beginning of your surname. So you are part of House Thorani, and you are
Ah,
Niv Dithorani. So Dithorani would be, you know, your
Nevertheless,
yes,
Dithorani.
yes,
Okay.
that's your surname. Others in the house who have dragon marks and are of standing also have the D as part of their name. Even
Yeah.
house excoriates or people who've been kicked out of the house sometimes still
Mhm.
use the honorific as well as part of their name. Um,
Okay.
yep, yep. So yeah, it
Okay.
does mean that you're special, because not a lot of people manifest that mark, right? And if you do, it means that you've got whatever blood is in you, and
Mhm.
it decided to pop up, like puberty. Uh, or
Mm-hmm.
certain racial certain features, right? Um, okay,
Right.
so yeah, good synopsis of your character,
Okay.
Jay. Thank you for that. Okay, and as we open here, hold on a second. I'm hearing a bunch of rattling of Legos in the background. Okay,
Mm.
all right. So as we open here, so you're currently in the town of Thaliost, which is on the eastern border of Thrain. Thaliost is uh, a large city, a port city. It resides near the broken bridge to Karnath, which was damaged during the last war and never was repaired. It sits on the Sion Sound, which is a large channel that flows in from the sea down to the kind of star-shaped set of rivers that make up where Thronehold is located. Um, you've been operating out of Thaliost for some time, and ever since you completed your training, and you've been told to meet your contact by this market here. Okay, it's quite a busy city. There's a lot of trade. Um, you can hear kind of the sounds of the city, the people going about their day, carrying on their business.
It's
And
quite
what's that?
quite noisy.
Is that any better?
Oh, sure. I was just yeah.
You were just remarking in character?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
Oh no, not in character.
Oh, just remarking in general. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have a character piece I'm going to be trying out, so you'll know when I'm in character.
that sounds good. That sounds good.
Okay.
Um, yes, so as you can see, like I said, it's very busy. Lots of people kind of going about their business. Thaliost, in the time that you've been here, is a city that experiences lots of trade, lots of coming and going. And as of recently, ever since the end of the last war, quite a bit of civil unrest due to
Hmm.
Thaliost having once been the Onderan capital, but it
Hmm.
was absorbed by Thrain after the war. They redrew the borders of the cities, and so the
Hmm.
population is largely Onderan. They have a different belief structure. They have different views as far as culture, history, and they're not too happy about having been, absorbed into this other country, which is much more strict in their religious views. Um,
Hmm.
so yes, it is quite common to see the occasional protest turn to riot, turn to aggression in the streets. So this is a town on the edge. It is very tense, but it's also a busy town. It's a trade district. It's got a few things going for it. One is it's a lightning rail stop, so there is a lightning rail station in the city.
Okay.
There is the Science Sound. There's also a major road which is called the Cliffside Road, which runs through it. And of course,
Hmm.
the road is managed by House Orion.
Hmm.
As you're hanging out in this market, kind of awaiting your contact, it isn't too
What am
long.
I doing here?
You were told that by your handler that you would be
Hmm.
meeting with a contact in this market around this time.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, and with that being said, just as you're kind of thinking about it, you hear a familiar voice, one from your
Hmm.
past, speak up and say, well, hello, Niv. You've certainly filled out those britches. And it is the voice of Galette Ditherani,
Hmm.
a young, well, 100 or 150-year-old elf as well, female who you spent much of your training days with as you guys were coming up through the ranks, kind of learning your craft.
Okay. What was the name again?
Galette.
Okay. Making notes here.
Yeah, not a problem. And yeah, like I said, as she kind of walks up beside you, she remarks at how well you've begun to fill out.
Gillette, what brings you here?
Well, I assume that you're my contact. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, I'm doing her voice completely wrong from what I had imagined. Let me start over. Uh, well, I had assumed that I would be your contact.
Hmm. So it is you.
Yeah, oui, indeed, it is me. And if you would be so kind, I would like you to follow me so we can go and receive our mission brief.
By all means, don't delay.
And so she kind of leads you through the streets, back into some of the back alleys, eventually coming to a small market stand, kind of off from everything else, very quiet. There's an old lady there who, well, is selling clay jars, bowls, pottery, um, but
Can I
really
ask
not.
you, as I'm following her,
Mhm.
do I notice anything different about her that, like, can I make a perception check to see, like, maybe what she's carrying, if she has any scars on her, if she, like, has a look of disdain or anything like that?
Go ahead and make your perception check is fine, yeah.
That'll be under perception.
Hmm.
Normal roll.
Oh man.
Ooh.
So as you're kind of following behind her, um, you're not being very subtle about kind of eyeing her up and down, looking her over, checking to see if anything's different. Um,
Mhm.
she kind of looks back over her shoulder once or twice to make sure that you're following behind. You see her kind of smirk a little bit, and she says, "Ah, so I thought you might not get tired of the view, and I was right." And you remember, Galette, going up through training, though your training was tough. Your training was incredibly rigorous, brutal. At sometimes you were fairly certain that you weren't going to make it out alive. Um,
Mm.
but you had both developed kind of a friendly rivalry. Both of you showed
Mhm.
plenty of promise within the house,
Mhm.
and over time, you were both admitted, you passed your tests, you were admitted into the kind of subset of the house called the Fade.
Mm.
And though House Thorani is known for entertainment, some know that it's known for assassinations, but the most covert operations, the most hush hush assassinations, are carried out by this special organization within the house, which is known as the Fade. Um,
Say. Okay.
the Fade, yes.
Oh
FADE.
wait, FADE.
Yep, Foxtrot Alpha Delta Echo.
Gotcha.
Yep, like fade away. Um,
Okay. When she says that, I say, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you were flirting with
well, let me say that I believe you do not know better. And she kind of smirks again. She says, "Come now, do not delay." Um,
to say.
and Galette has always been someone who is unreasonably confident. Um, Again, like I said, you developed kind of a friendly rivalry throughout the
Mhm.
years, growing up with each other through the
Yeah.
house and through your training. Um,
Yeah.
and yes, her confidence definitely has not waned at all in the years since you've been apart.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, eventually you come to the old woman selling her little clay pots. Well, running her stand, though she's not getting very much custom in this back alley. And as you approach, she says, "Oh, oh, I, it appears my lamp has broken. To which you and Galette both respond with the customary answer, which is, but I do see in the dark.
Mm.
And she says, but I do see in the dark.
So this is a code.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She says, very well. I will give you your mission details.
Mhm.
Be ready. Um, and you both remember all through your training, anytime you were given any kind of instruction or mission briefing, it was
Mhm.
expected that you memorize the information and commit it
Okay.
to memory in detail,
Okay. Are you
aka
going to give me that information now, or?
yeah, aka take notes.
Okay.
Okay. And she tells you as such.
Okay.
The mission is to assassinate Emissary Book before he is able to finalize his negotiations with Giona Ir Sintilan. Book will be attending a social gathering at Sintilan's Manor in the country outside of Thalios, just right up the North Road here on the Cliffside Road. Mission priority is to kill Book, ensure the negotiation is not signed, and maintain deniability. This cannot come back to us. Avoid killing anyone else if possible. Once the job is done, take the carriage into Thalios and ensure that news spreads of his death while in Sintilan's company. This is important. It must spread. You and Galette will be working together for this mission. And Niv, success for you will yield some pertinent information, as I know you've been searching for your family, and we know where you might find them. Do well on this mission, and we will tell you where. Failure, of course, will not be tolerated, and capture will be met with disavowal. Would you like to buy a clay pot, dears? And she switches completely back into this visage of this lady, just selling her pottery, to which Galette
Mhm.
says, oh, no, no. Um, where might we find transportation? To which the lady points kind of down the alleyway to a stable where it looks like there is already a carriage, a couple of draft horses, and a
Mhm.
driver waiting for you there.
I'll comment on the pots. I'll say, beautiful handiwork, my lady.
Thank you, thank you. My daughter makes them.
Mm.
And Galette says, oh, we should not dally, and kind of leads you over to the carriage.
Okay. I'll say, after you.
And she says, oh, thank you. And steps up into the carriage proper uh,
Mhm.
as you follow her in. Uh,
Okay.
you see, or you hear kind of the driver go and start to take off with the carriage rolling out of the way down the the cliffside road, heading out of the out of the city.
Do I notice anything about the carriage that I need to be concerned about?
Funny that you should say that. Well, in fact, inside the carriage, you see that there are. Excuse me. I gotta do some switching here. You see that there is a note, as well as two sets of clothes. The note says, just kind of plainly written on it here, um, that ultimately the method of infiltration is up to you. But if you would decide on a cover that would allow you to kind of get in uh, to the gathering, to the party at the
Uh-huh.
manor, uh,
Uh-huh.
then you may use these clothes and the identities of uh, entertainers from the Lazar principalities.
Okay. Am I able to wear these clothes over my? Do I have leather armor?
Yeah,
Or
you have leather armor.
okay, I can wear the clothes over them.
Yeah, you can see that they're tailored in
Okay.
such a way that they're meant to be worn over
Okay.
the armor that you have on you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for Galette, the dress that she can wear does not make any allowances for her armor. So
Okay.
she says, well, what do you think? Should we approach in disguise, or should we try another way?
Hmm. Well, concealment is always hurt, so I suggest that you wear what is given to you.
Very well. And with that, she starts to just kind of slip out of her clothing. She takes, the top off of her armor. Her leather vest comes off. You can see she's wearing uh, a very skin tight kind of underdressing below, um, which as she kind of picks up the dress, it's a long gown of kind of blue and purple lace. Uh, has a very low neckline. She kind of looks down at her underdressing and says, "Oh well, at least it is a beautiful dress." And she begins to completely disrobe.
Mm-hmm. Um. Okay. I'll disrobe as well, and I'll kind of smile at her as she's disrobing.
And she kind of looks back over at you and she says, "Those pants are quite flattering." And you notice that the pants that they've given you, while it would make allowances for your armor if you wanted to wear it over it, um, it would be very tight,
Mm-hmm.
as the pants are just tight enough, wearing them normally, that they really accentuate your assets for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
The clothes
Ah,
do.
perfect.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
What can I say? I fill out nicely.
Yeah, as I said earlier, yes. Um,
I'm like super skinny, aren't I?
I mean, I don't know. I always imagine elves as being pretty lean, muscular.
I think I'm pretty light for an. Well, I'm not heavy, so I don't know how muscular I am. My strength is really low, so I'm just assuming that I'm kind of scrawny, but you know,
You're scrawny, but
uh,
in a cute sort
a
of way,
wiry way. Yeah,
according to Galette.
right.
All right, excellent. And so you both change. The carriage continues up the cliffside road, and you can see out the windows that it's named as such because of the
Oh,
way that it rides the cliff's edge. Here, I'll give you a reference here on the map.
okay.
Uno segundo. As here, I'm gonna do something, and it's gonna.
Is it a long enough ride for us to make conversation and catch up?
Yeah, it is a long enough ride. It's a good about 50 miles from from where you started in Thaliost, which again I'm gonna ping
Okay.
for you, and this ping is gonna draw you to where I'm talking about. So the
It's like
road,
a couple hours carriage ride, huh?
yeah, it's pretty decent. So the road
Okay.
moves up this direction along the
Yeah.
Scion Sound, and you can see that there
Okay.
is quite a large cliff face um, that
Mm,
leads down into the Sound off of the side of the road.
okay.
Okay, so yeah, if you wanna
Um,
take some time to catch up.
yeah. I'll say. Um, so, is there anything that you know about this emissary bouquet, or is it bouquet?
Emissaire Book.
Emissary bouquet. Anything you know about him
Ah,
or her?
uh, it is him, yes. Um, well, I do know that he is very popular in Talios, with the portion of the city that is still loyal to Under, as he is
Hmm.
Underan, as am I. Uh, However, I do not hold those loyalties any longer. But with that portion that has been causing quite a bit of the trouble recently, he is notable, and that is about all I know.
Hmm. Is he powerful, handsome?
I I do not know if he is handsome, but powerful is as far as political power goes. Yes, I do
Mm.
believe so.
And there isn't any reason why you would sway in his direction or perhaps be lured by him.
Oh, and I do not know. I have not seen him yet. Time will tell, though. I assume we'll see him soon.
Mm.
Why? Is that a bit of jealousy?
You know I can't help but reconjure old feelings.
I can see not. Ah, but it does appear that we are nearing the mansion now.
Oh,
And so she,
it was a quick ride.
well, I mean, unless you have more that you
No,
wanna
no,
talk to her about. Good?
it's fine.
You good? Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to take this entire game up on a carriage
Uh,
ride.
yeah, no, I'm following your lead.
Um, so yeah, and as you kind of pull off the main cliffside road, it kind of leads you down a long kind of side path. Um, Past, you can see rows and rows of grapevines, um, as well as what you can imagine or other kind of fine vegetation. It's getting kind of late into the evening. The sun is starting to set. You can see that
Mm.
there are workers in the fields, which are kind of beginning to finish up for the day. Well, in the fields, I say in the vineyard, which are beginning to finish up as you pull up to the entrance of Lord Irsintalan's mansion.
Mm. Oh, okay.
Yes, and you should be able to see that now. Ah,
Mm.
I think I should. I think I should adjust my accent some before we head in. Deniability, of course, as the carriage kind of lets you out and rolls off down the way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm. Well, and she kind of holds her arm out to you and said, "Shall we?"
Absolutely. So I'll take her arm and I'll say, let's see those acting chops.
And she kind of smiles at you and says, "Oh, yes, you shall see." Um, Give me 1 second here. Ah, it's fine. Okay, and you guys head in to the mansion proper.
Am I moving my character?
Are you moving your character?
Oh, I'm like, am I able to?
Yeah, yeah, you should have control.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. As you enter, there's a gentleman there who says, welcome, welcome to Chateau de Irsalan, or in Irsintilan. God, I'm still getting used to these accents.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, may I take your coat?
My
He's talking to you,
yes, yes, please.
and he says,
I did.
very good. And how shall I announce you?
Hmm. Were we given names, fake names? We weren't.
No, you have aliases which you use in the past.
Oh, okay. What's my alias?
I don't know. What is your alias? Um,
Uh,
she,
how
she
about John Doe Falizi?
John Doe Felici. Okay, okay, cool. And she says, "My name, my name is Anwin Domotea." Ah, very good. And where do you hail from? And you both respond with the Lazar Principalities, and you're here as entertainers, which is means a bunch of different things. Uh, but primarily, it means consorts or courtesans generally.
Consort of courtesans. What does that mean?
Um, Courtesans are like high-profile prostitutes.
Oh, really? So
Hmm.
we're both prostitutes here.
Well, you're entertainers, and entertainers, courtesans can be for just company and companionship, um, but they can also be for the other thing too.
I thought when I was reading entertainment, I thought it meant like music and acting and stage magic,
Oh, it's that too.
stuff like that. Oh, okay. So it's all sorts. Okay.
Hmm. Yep. It's general entertainment. So the entertainers that are known, they're known for having multiple different talents.
Hmm.
They and it's basically at the whim of the client what they want them to perform. You both are prepared with a multitude through your training of different songs, stories, little skits that you can play out, that you've learned throughout the years, and then of course
Okay.
the entertainment of company as well.
Okay.
And he goes, opens this door, kind of announces you both, and comes back in and says, "Please enjoy the party." Kind of goes back and takes his position again.
Thank
So
you, good man.
Galette kind of wanders off over here, kind of beckons to you to come and
Um.
come on over. She's like,
Okay.
kind of gives you a,
Okay.
hey, get over here, you. And she says, before we enter, I want to make a little bet with you.
Mm, of
I,
course you
of course, I
wouldn't
would.
put it past you. I was
I,
waiting for that.
I'm sure you were. I will bet you. And she kind of thinks pensively for a moment. Um, dinner at the Café de Galant in Thalios after this is done. Your treat, of course, if I win, and I will pay if you win. But we'll see who can find Monsieur Book first.
And
Deal?
if I win,
Name your terms.
how about dinner, of course, but then I choose your outfit for after dinner.
Oh, how dare he? She says, and she kind of giggles a little bit before resuming her general manner. And she says, "Well, shall we?" And you kind of she heads on in to this other room here.
That can I go in, or is it just gonna
Yeah,
stay black?
no, you can go in. I will reveal all
Okay.
to you. Un segundo, please.
Un segundo. Aha.
Yes.
Table.
There's a little bit more that you can see actually of this room. And as you enter a room, or into this room, you see a large dining room. Um, well, large table set with multiple chairs. Um, there's another servant kind of standing right over here. Here, let me shift ping that for you. Servant there, as well as a guard
Let
over
me.
here.
A servant, a guard. Okay.
Hmm. And then you see these three folks up in the back here.
Okay.
One
Three.
looks to be a rather boisterous dwarf who's
Mm,
holding two glasses. Here, I can actually do this for you too.
okay. Where are the? Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Okay. He's having a good time.
Yep. Where is the what now?
Line in his pocket. Where are the exits and windows and all escape points?
Ah, okay. So go ahead and make a. Well, you don't need to make a perception check. I can just show you. So on the left edge here, this is just one big window. There's
Mm,
also a
okay.
smaller window here.
Okay.
There's a set of double doors up here on the top,
Okay.
which you should be able to see. Let me make sure those are revealed to you. Ah,
Well, like what is if this is like a stone wall here
can you ping it?
on the right? right side, what's this like? It looks like stairs.
The right side here. Oh yeah, yeah. So there are some stairs over there.
How would I even get to those stairs? Can I
Um,
even see them?
no, you really shouldn't be able to. But I'm
Oh,
doing
okay.
a mass reveal of things here,
Oh,
so
okay. Okay.
it's it's a good system, but there are still some kind of kinks that you can't really.
Okay.
Uh,
So, all right. So, are any of these windows open or are they like glass closed?
oh, they're all closed and they're glass. Yes.
They're all closed. Okay.
Inset with more fancy, kind of delicate framing metal.
Hmm.
So you can see it looks like it's very thin, very intricately shaped framing. It mostly looks like it's there for decoration. If you needed to smash through the window, it'd be pretty easy to get through that.
Okay. And the double doors, and then tables. Are there like you said? There's a server, and he's probably serving drinks, and then
hmm Yeah, servant right here, who's just kind of standing
what's
by waiting for if he's needed, and there's a guard. You can see a man
what's
armed right here.
what's on the table? Anything?
Oh no, this table is blank. There's no dinner that's
Hmm.
been set out yet or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just it's just kind of out for people to sit and gather around. Um, you can see that these three here are kind of in the back are conversing. Um,
Hmm.
this this dwarf speaks up rather loudly and says, "This is a great party, Master Isintalan. Uh, Very fine wine. The other room, beautiful women. Oh, and this older gentleman here. Here, let me do this. Kind of clicks his tongue and he says, "Ah, I would appreciate it if you did not use such foul speak in my presence. Thank you." And of course, as the dwarf kind of says, "Oh, uh, uh, yes, Bishop, I apologize. Well, I might go and uh, socialize in the other room. Yes, thank you. Have a great evening." And he kind of takes both of his wine cups and moves on out of this room.
Hmm.
Galette says, "Well, let me go another way, and you take this side, and we'll meet back here in, let's say, 30 minutes. How does that sound?"
You say so.
With that, she heads out
Um.
of the room.
Oh, there's another door that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let me ask another question. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this guy looks like. Am and I'm supposed to assassinate him, but was I wasn't given any like method of assassination, right?
Nope. It's
Um.
your operations. Once the mission is given, the method and the means are left entirely at your discretion. You're given quite a
Okay.
bit of autonomy in the pursuit of your goals.
Well, I'm just looking at my like my what is this? My inventory.
Mm-hmm.
This is a full list of my inventory, right? Like I have
Mm-hmm.
rope, water, tinderbox, rations. I don't have any poisons or anything other than my weapons that could kill a person.
Um, yeah, no, not really. Not unless you decided to bring any of that stuff with you. Plus, that's all part of your normal adventuring gear, and we're not there yet. We're not into the adventure yet.
Oh,
So
okay. Okay.
I would say you brought with you pretty much the essential items that you thought you would need for this mission, and I'll allow you to kind of select those. Um, of course, the clothing that they provided you with had plenty of kind of hidden areas and pockets, kind of for you to be able to slip and hide, conceal certain weapons about your
Okay.
person.
Do I have anything in my pockets right now? Like, did anything come with the clothes come with anything in the pockets?
No, you had a certain number of items that you were on your person when you got into the
Okay.
carriage. So anything that
Okay.
you would have put into your pockets would have been taken with you from
Gotcha.
there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Just covering my bases here.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Um. Um. All right. So I'm gonna head towards the server
Mm-hmm.
and approach him, and I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say, so when might the presence of emissary Book make his acquaintance?
Ah, MS Book is here now. He is just just there in the other room, and he kind of points towards the double doors.
Hmm. I'll say, excellent, thank you. So I'll head straight there.
Okay. Good night, bud. All right, go ahead.
Through the doors.
Yep. And as you enter, you see this.
Hmm. Okay.
And you can see that same kind of boisterous dwarf has
Hmm.
kind of moved up over here, is stricken up conversation with this gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
You see a serving lady here. She's kind of carrying uh, various drinks on a tray. You see a man dressed in full plate armor with a cape
Mm.
conversing with these two women here. Um, and then there's obviously a guard standing posted right here by the door.
That's a guard. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, they look. It's the same token as the other one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I want to hide.
Now, between this room and the last room, is there anyone that I immediately recognize?
Between that room and the last room, you
Yeah.
heard a few. Make an intelligence roll for me.
Okay. This is straight up intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay. Let me do something real quick here.
I don't think there's any modifiers with that. But
No, it looks
chat.
like it was just 14, just straight 14. Um,
Okay.
but that's okay. So with that roll, you heard a few kind of key things that you remember you identified in the conversations you've heard so far, and you've picked out.
Okay.
You heard Irsintalan, which is per your instruction, the person who this manor
Manor
belongs to
belongs to.
and who's hosting the
Yeah.
party. You heard bishop, and you know in
Yeah.
Thrain the position of bishop is one of high status.
Okay.
It's essentially a political position. Um, those are a couple of the things that you've heard for sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Bishop was in the other room, but I mean, like facially, like I don't recognize. These aren't people that I know. These are all strangers,
Oh, I see
as far as
what
I
you're
can
saying.
tell.
Make a
Yeah.
history roll for me.
History. That's on my character sheet.
History, HIS,
Oh,
Turi.
history. Okay. 10.
Mm,
No modifier.
mm, nah, no obvious apparent faces.
All right. Okay. Um, I will casually walk in the room. Uh, try and get to the questions.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut off for a second there.
Oh, I'm going to casually stroll across the room towards the other end,
hmm
listening in on conversations if anyone's talking.
Yeah, lots of people are talking. You notice that this group right here appears to be
Yeah.
chatting, and as you walk by, you can see the man in plate mail. He's kind of detailing and regaling these two noble women. Here, let me do
Mm-hmm.
some zooming for you.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a nice zoom.
yeah, all right. Um, let's see here. I don't know why this
Very
is.
religious.
Oops. This is the guy in plate. Okay.
Okay.
And then this is the other lady that he's talking to, and he's kind of regaling them with tales. It sounds like he's talking mostly boasting about accolades that he received during the war, and how he and his other House Deneath guard members were able to protect various members of the royal families. Um, and he's embellishing
Mm-hmm.
and really making himself up to be quite a big shot to these two women who are all a titter and a flutter over his stories, and you can tell he's really loving the attention that he's getting from them. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, with that history roll of 10 that you already made,
Mhm.
upon hearing the name House Deneath, uh, Deneath is another dragon marked house, which is known primarily for bodyguard services. And they are
Okay.
known to be like the best of the best when it comes to hiring bodyguards.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so that's what you hear as you kind of pass through by that group.
Okay. And then I'll pass by. Is this a server again?
Yeah, that's a serving woman.
Okay. All right. Is this what is piano or something?
In the back there,
Yeah.
it's like an organ, like a grand organ.
Is someone playing it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'll walk towards it, and then I'll then sit in on whatever anyone's talking about.
I'm sorry, you're kind of breaking up there. I'm having a hard time
Sorry.
hearing you.
I must be covering up my speaker. So I walk towards the organ and I um pretend like I'm admiring it while I'm listening to whatever the other people are saying that I'm around.
Okay. And so, as you're, let's see here. Are you trying to pick out anyone's conversation in particular, or are you just trying to
Mostly the
keep
people
general
on the
ear?
left. The people on the left
Okay,
of
specifically the
me.
people on the left. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you hear this gentleman is
Yeah.
talking to this gentleman, and
Mm-hmm.
the more rotund one here,
Rotund. Oh, okay.
yes, quite rotund. He says, "Well, I'll tell you, Book. I've heard quite a few stirrings about you in Thaliost. Even though I do try to avoid that place now, given all of the riots and disturbances." To which point, this man kind of responds back, uh, "Well, yes, I have been talking with some of the authority there to do something about these disturbances. And it would not be so bad had the Thrain not absorbed Thaliost into its territory." To
Mm-hmm.
which point this man says, "Well, it's spoils of war, my boy, spoils of war." The younger man saying "my boy" to the older man, definitely kind of exuding an air of kind of arrogance and
Mm-hmm.
station. You get the sense that maybe this younger, fatter gentleman is probably a little bit senior in rank or has a higher station. This is the other guy, by the way, that he's talking to.
And he called him Book.
Yeah, this guy called the guy in the blue coat Book.
Gotcha.
The dwarf
Okay.
kind of sees you standing there, kind of admiring the organ, and he says, "Well, aren't you the entertainer that was I was told was being going to be here?"
Well, that depends who's asking.
Oh, well, I'm asking. My name is Ramsine. How do you do?
I'm excellent. And Ramsine, what can you tell me about yourself?
Oh, well, I am one of the noble houses of the Roarholds. Here on business, I was stopped over in Thalios and received an invitation to this fine, if a little bit uptight, he kind of whispers to you, party. I swear I've not seen so many stiff backs since walking through a basilisk lair. Ha ha!
Hmm. Sounds like you've made yourself quite an adventurer then.
Oh, you see something or two in 300 years. It's mostly just business now. Taking your treasures, investing them, you know, general to do trade.
Hmm.
But yes, do you play? Are you in fact the entertainer?
Um, Let me think about what my next action is
Yeah,
here.
go ahead.
Um, I don't think I know how to play the piano. I think pan flute is my. I don't know if that registered on my character sheet at all.
Uh, if you were to make an attempt to play, it would just be a general performance check.
Gotcha. Um, no, that didn't make it in my inventory. I don't have pan flute.
That's all right.
I don't see it. Where would that even be? Like under.
After this session is up, just remind me that you don't have it, and
Okay.
I'll drop it into your inventory for you.
All right. Well, I'm just also wondering, like, would it be like like a skill, or would it be somewhere else?
Oh,
Like
the pan flute is on here in your it's in your tools in your proficiencies.
proficiency.
Tools on the
Okay.
left hand side underneath your
Cool.
passive wisdom
Right.
perception.
And then, so one of the tools.
Oh,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that's something. So, like, if I wanted to use it and I had it on me, I could click this and then it would like roll for something.
yeah, it would roll basically a check to use that tool with your
Yeah.
proficiency modifier and all that stuff on there.
Gotcha. Okay. Um. All right. So I'm still pretending to admire the like the keys, and I'm touching them with my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, I play all manner of instruments, but the organ is tricky, little devil.
Oh, well, that's uh, that's too bad. Well,
um, I'll take that opportunity to kind of look around the room at some of the other features. Like, is there anything in the main area, like on like corner table?
you're getting real quiet again.
Sorry. Let me put my microphone in. Give me a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Okay, you're very loud, so let me turn you down.
Hold on a second, Jay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Kiddo needed me to look at his
Lego.
finger, which
Oh,
was
finger.
his middle finger, in fact. And
Oh.
he
Hey, Dad, check this out.
yeah, he got an owie, so he wanted to
Oh.
show me his
Oh.
middle finger.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
so as you're looking around this room, you can see that this is a kind of general sitting room.
Mm.
This is where most of the guests have gathered because it is meant for entertaining. There are these
Mm.
bookshelves on the wall here.
Okay.
There's another shelf. This appears to have more kind of trophies, trinkets, talking pieces. You can see various
Mm.
different little carvings, ivory statues. There's all manner of kind of assorted things here. Table, chairs. more bookshelves, and
Mhm.
obviously the organ.
Okay, so everything sort of in the back of the room has to do with the organ, pretty much.
Yeah, the organ pretty much takes up the entire back of the room. You can tell it's definitely meant to be a primary piece within this room here.
Okay, I'm going to kind of let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna try and attempt to like I can't move in like that space or this space, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can.
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Y-
I'm gonna move over to this space, kind of admiring more of the organ handiwork,
mhm.
and I'm going to casually bump into the back of this guy
Okay.
as I'm doing so.
What is your intention with this bumping?
I'm gonna actually try and maybe um like create. I'm just trying to like create a distraction, maybe, or if anything, like if he has like an open pocket or something, I'm gonna like I don't know. Like if I can successfully make an attempt like that to see like what's in his pockets, maybe I should kind of just bump him and get get his attention, but make it look like an accident.
Are you trying to do this in like a sneaky way, or are you trying to do this in a pretty overt, like apparent way?
A sneaky way.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna have you do is roll sleight of hand.
Okay. Let's see, sleight of hand.
Actually, I'm sorry. Don't roll sleight of hand. Uh, roll roll performance for me.
Performance.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I'm kind of acting something out here.
Hmm. Yeah, as you're kind of
11, 15.
moving around, I mean, yeah, as you get closer to the organ, the space is a little bit tighter. You technically do have
Mm-hmm.
5 feet of maneuverability there, but you kind of take a step back to and kind of raise your head up in order
Mm-hmm.
to kind of look at the pipe work as it kind of moves towards the ceiling. And as
Mm-hmm.
you step back, you definitely bump into this gentleman who kind of goes oof and kind of leans forward dramatically, and he makes actually more of a show of it than you did, kind of being like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I say, how dare you? And the music stops.
Oh, okay.
As people kind of
And
all turn to look and see
okay,
this man confront you.
I spin around and bow deeply, and I say, "My deepest apologies, my good sir."
Oh, oh, well, make a deception roll for me.
Okay. Deception. Is that on the list? Yes, it is. 24. That's pretty good. That's pretty
That's
deceptive.
that's a nat 20 with a 4
Yep.
modifier. Yes, that's very deceptive. And as you kind of start bowing and scraping and making apologies, uh, he's he looks perturbed, uh, but he quickly kind of just the common entertainment folk. Well, you've spilled my wine. The least you could do is get me a new glass. Now, chop chop. And he kind of claps his hands at you.
Absolutely. It will just be a moment. And anything for the gentleman here?
I'm assuming that you're talking about Book.
Book. Yeah.
He says,
Gesture towards him.
uh, "Oh no, thank you. I am quite fine. Thank you though."
And I'll say, I am at your service, gentlemen. If you have any requests whatsoever, let me know.
Uh,
And then with that, I start to walk away.
and you hear the man that you bumped to says, "If you could watch where you're going, that would be my request."
Mm. Okay. can I do a perception check on him to see like what he might be carrying?
Carrying as far as like what he has on his person.
Yeah, like pockets, weapons, armor, like just up and down, like
Uh,
total.
you can see that they have been allowed to bring weapons in with them, and he does have a dueling saber on his hip. It looks. Go ahead and make a if you're really trying to look at it,
Mhm.
make a perception check for me.
I'm kind of trying to see like if there's an opportunity to possibly like pickpocket him or kind of mess with him in any sort of way.
I'm just gonna let you know. Well, you could try.
I'm what I'm trying to figure out is like if he's got something in his pocket, maybe it's useful, maybe it's not. But I just want to know if it looks like maybe there's something in his pockets or if he has armor on underneath his outfit or anything like that.
Well,
Like
I'll
I'm
tell
just
you
trying
this.
I'm just getting a look.
Yeah, so essentially, if you look at him, he looks like his clothing is pretty fine. It doesn't look like he's wearing, despite what the actual image might look like. It doesn't look like he's wearing
Mhm.
any real armor,
Mhm.
even though this does look like he's wearing armor. He's not.
Okay.
Um, Again, his clothes are very tight around the middle, kind of emphasizing
Mhm.
his belly,
Yep.
but baggy kind of in other places. Um, and if you were to try to do anything like pickpocket him right now, you've got a lot of attention, a lot of eyes on you
Yeah. Yeah.
with this whole mess, and so you wouldn't be able to do it. I'm just not
Yeah,
gonna.
no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
say no
I
to that.
understand. I
Um,
understand.
but yeah, he again, you can see the dueling saber. It looks like it's mostly for show. It's something that he wears as part of his station, part of his status. Um,
Mhm.
Still a real blade, but um, you get the impression just at a quick glance that it's he's probably not the most adept with it.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
where are you gonna go? What are you gonna do?
All right. I'm gonna did he hand me his drink glass or did he just set it down somewhere?
He just oh yeah, he handed it to you.
Okay. I'm going to take the drink glass and I'm going to walk this way and then do the same kind of inspection on the book character.
Okay, he looks like his clothes are also fine, if out of fashion. Um,
Hmm.
he is wearing no weapon that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's well dressed for the occasion. But as you're kind of looking at him and this gentleman that you bumped into is kind of turned back and just kind of resuming his conversation like as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. This man kind of walks up, and you can move through these spaces. I'm not too
Oh,
worried about it
okay.
here. Um,
Okay.
and he looks at Book and he says, "My not my lord, well, Mr. Book, the uh, scribe has just pulled up in his carriage, and the business should be commencing sometime soon here, as soon as Master Scintillon has concluded his conversation. Would you like to accompany me to the meeting area?" And which that Book kind of excuses himself. The other gentleman says, "Yes, yes, of course, of course, of course." And they kind of start to move in. As this armored guy, passes these two women, he
Uh-huh.
kind of says, "Ladies," and gives them a little bow of his head as they move
Do
out
I
of the
have
room.
time? Do I have time to follow them at their speed?
Yeah, you can kind of follow behind them. That's fine.
Okay. So I'm gonna like carry the drink glass with me, but then follow them kind of at their pace
Hmm.
if
Yeah,
I can
yeah, and you
manage.
see that they leave through the. Oh, I'm sorry, they do not. Yeah, they do. They do. That's fine. So they go through the double doors. They kind of move through into this room here.
Hang on. I'm trying to follow the map. Okay.
Hmm.
All right.
And they pass through here, And let me
Upstairs.
do something real quick. And as you enter back into this circular room, you see Galette is standing there kind
Ah,
of waiting where she had said
okay.
that you were going to meet.
Hmm. Okay. I'll say to her. Oh, I'll approach her
Mm-hmm.
and I'll say, "It looks like Book is on the move at the moment."
Um, not here. Let's go. As you see, this gentleman has started to come up to the doorway.
Oh,
She kind of takes you. Actually, she says, "Come this way, this way, this way." She leads
okay.
you out here,
Oh, okay. All right.
and she takes you into a greenhouse as this man kind of walks by and up the stairs.
Mm, okay.
And as go into this greenhouse, you can kind of get a better view of this courtyard here.
Uh-huh.
You see that there are multiple figures out here kind of chatting. There's a guard standing by. There's a door right
Uh-huh.
here. And she says, who was that with him? Who was that?"
Um, I didn't catch his name, but he's very boisterous and braggy.
Yes, but did you see the heraldry?
No, I didn't notice.
That is a
What did you notice?
he is a Denith bodyguard. This
Beneath
is
the bodyguard.
Yeah. So I mentioned to you earlier about the Denith, House Denith.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I got. Oh, House Beneath. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, right. Okay, I have that in my notes, but I
Mm-hmm.
missed it. Okay, I didn't get his name, so I just. Okay, okay.
Yes. So House Denith. That this is much made things much more complicated than I originally anticipated. If he has a Denith bodyguard with him.
Hmm. Well, I think you're underestimating our abilities, Galette.
I am just saying that if he has someone from Denith, this will be more difficult than I had originally assumed. But I believe you. I think that we can still do this. Of course, we must still do this. We just need to consider before
Let us
we
put
make our
this.
move.
Let us put this matter of Denise beneath us, shall we?
Very well. Beneath us. Yeah, nice one.
Okay. Okay.
Well done. Well done. Everyone is cheering. Um, in fact, we lost our audience. Way to go, Jay. Uh,
Oh, awesome.
nah, I'm just kidding. Um,
Oh, okay.
okay, but she says yes. Very, very well. Then we will put it beneath us.
Hmm. Um, I'll say. What should I say? Um, what What was your plan going to be coming in here?
You know me. I tend to roll with the punches, but I assumed that we would get him alone and take care of the business and then leave.
Hmm.
Did you
Well,
notice anything in particular while you were off talking? I guess I owe you dinner and an outfit.
yes, later. But one thing that Denise is quite fond of is the ladies. So I don't think that he's going to be a problem, if you get my drift. And
Ah,
I'll kind of gesture at her body
yeah, and
with my
she
hands.
also has filled out this dress very nicely. She's got kind of
Uh-huh.
a lithe body as well. Again, very lean, muscular, uh,
Uh-huh.
not overly curvy, but
Uh-huh.
definitely, you could tell that the dress was tailored to again accentuate her natural assets. Um,
Right.
and she kind of looks at you and she says, "I I get what you're saying, uh, and I will take care of it."
Is there like a is there like a something in the dress like around her bosom that I can like loosen?
You can see that there's a series of drawstrings right below the neckline of the bodice that if you were
Okay.
to kind of reach down and kind of loosen them up, it would allow for a little bit more to
Okay.
show.
I'll go ahead and just reach out and grab one of the strings and slowly loosen it and say, "Here, this might help."
Ah, good thinking. Well, shall we follow them?
Yes.
Okay.
Ladies first. And I'll step aside.
Ah, with the gentleman. Okay, give me a second here. All right, and so as I gotta make sure I'm on the right screen, on the right page. Okay, and so she heads back in and moves up the stairs. I've moved
Okay.
her far up the stairs. Okay.
All right. Oh, next room.
Yeah, you enter into the second floor landing.
Which is also outdoors.
No, no, this is an interior
Hmm.
area. There's a stone wall right
Hmm.
next to you and behind you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, my color has
So like
changed. Interesting.
the stairs kind of curl around. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's why, because I was in camera's screen.
Mm.
um, yeah, I have two different Roll20 windows open. One is my
Mm-hmm.
camera. Okay, so yeah, and you can
Okay.
see that yeah, the stairs come up here, and this is a landing that you're on. There's a door here, and there's kind of an entryway out onto more of a kind of an open balcony here that would look down into the main or that first floor kind of receiving area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So two doors and then kind of a balcony.
Well, one door and then
One
oh,
door.
sorry, yeah, there's another door here. I apologize, and then a
Oh, okay.
balcony. Yeah.
Okay. And I didn't see which door he went in, but um, I guess is Gillette going to, or Gillette?
Got
Sorry,
that.
Gillette.
Yeah.
Gillette.
She's gonna kind of move here to this balcony, kind of looking
Oh, okay.
around.
All right. I'll uh, I'll test the handle on this door to see if it's locked or not.
No, it opens,
Okay.
and it opens onto this area,
Ah, okay.
which you can see is another balcony, which kind of overlooks the dining room area
Oh.
below. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
You see a couple of figures over here off to the side, kind of chatting.
Yeah, not the ones I remember. These are new people
Yeah, these
and
are
a guard.
different people. And yes, there is another guard here.
Okay. Before I enter the room, I'll kind of notion Galette to come this way.
Come over to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we going in?
Uh, in here? Yeah, I mean, we can.
Oh, did he not go this way?
I'm not sure. I looked down the balcony and I did not see him.
Is there a pathway like to the right of the balcony?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So maybe he went that way. Shit. Okay. Let's try that way then. Let's go this way
Okay.
towards there.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I will reveal this to you.
Oh, there's a person there.
And she says, "Oh," as she kind of comes in through this door right here on the side, and she kind of as she closes the door and turns, you almost bump into her.
Uh huh. Okay. What is she a server?
Yeah, she's just a servant.
Okay. I'll say, um, did you get the drinks for the gentleman?
Um, I'm sorry. Which gentleman?
The room you just left?
Oh, yes. That is where I got the drinks from. Uh, would you like one? She smiles kind of pleasantly.
Hmm. Um, uh, yes, absolutely. And I'll take 2 drinks.
Uh, Thank you. And she kind of curtsies and she says, "If I can be of service, please let me know." And she kind of moves off
Okay.
down the steps.
Okay. Um, I'll before I go in, yeah, I'll call Galette and kind of hand her one of the drinks.
Thank you. And as she's getting ready to move over this way, you see the door open again, and out steps this gentleman.
Who's that? Have I seen him already?
Yep, this is the guy in the plate mail.
Ah, plate mail guy.
Yep,
Okay.
the Denith.
Mm.
And he says, "Oh, well, excuse me." She kind of smiles at him and she says, "You almost made me spill my drink." To which he says, "Oh, that definitely wouldn't do." And she kind of gives you a little bit of a wink as she starts kind of chatting him up and, uh, kind of tittering and smiling, kind of putting on a very good mockery of what you saw those women downstairs doing.
Mm-hmm.
But she like dials it up to 11, right? And she's
Oh
doing,
yeah.
touching his arm and, kind of the whole spiel.
Okay. So while she's distracted, um can I be sneak around him?
You're already in front. Well, you want to go in through this door that he went in through?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Can I be extra sneaky doing that, or am I
Uh,
like too close to the action?
you're way too close, and this is
Okay.
way too well lit. And this
Okay.
opens up. You kind of see
Hmm.
that.
Okay. All right. Well, what's in this room? It's just basically nothing
You can see
of
there's like a
importance.
serving tray
Ah.
down right
Okay.
here. There's a window here that looks out into the courtyard, and then this looks like a hallway that kind of bends around. There's a door right here,
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll head to that door.
and these two kind of move off and
Hmm.
kind of sitting here talking. Yeah, so this door
Okay.
opens up onto a bedroom.
Hmm. Bedroom. Okay. Excellent. I'm gonna go in the bedroom and I'm gonna snoop around.
Yeah, you find various odds and ends. It looks like this is a room that has been occupied. There's a little like journal on the desk here. There's a chest of drawers here. There's like a cupboard here.
Okay. I'll look at the journal.
You see, it mostly is just a log of accounts, meetings. Seems like a very detailed kind of set of notes when it comes to people of interest that this person has had dealings or conversations with.
Is there any indication of who it belongs to?
Yeah, you can see that this belongs to Book.
Ah, excellent. Okay. And then is there anywhere to hide in this room besides like under the bed?
Uh, do an
Or is that even an option?
do an investigation check for me.
Okay. Hold on. Taking more notes. Investigation check. 4, 6.
Hmm. I mean, under the bed looks like it might fit you. Could always climb out the window too.
Uh, wait, out the window. Is there a balcony? No.
Nope. There
I'm
is
on
a
the second
window.
floor.
Yep.
Um, hmm. Is the window closed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, let's see. What is there like a foot locker here by the bed?
There's a
Actually,
chest. Yeah, like a foot.
let me finish let me finish looking at the nightstand. Kind of like I'm doing a thorough inspection of the nightstand and looking for other belongings.
You see various uh little personal pieces there. There's a pipe, as well as a pouch of tobacco, and and as you're looking at that, you hear the door start to open.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately look out, like try and open the window and look out at the whatever is outside the window.
Ah, you see the ground.
Right, right.
um,
No, but I'm kind of pretending like I'm maybe trying to get some fresh air or something.
yeah, sure, sure. You kind of look out as this guy,
Look.
Monsieur Book,
Ah.
opens the door and enters and says, "Ahem. I'm sorry, I did not realize the drinks you were sent to get would be." Oh wow, I'm really bad at his accent. "I'm sorry, I did not realize the drinks you were sent to get would be in my personal quarters."
Hmm. Let's say, um, oh, I didn't realize these were your quarters. I got kind of turned around, and but now that I'm here, maybe I can get you a drink.
Uh,
And I hold my drink up that I'm holding.
no, but if you could hand me uh, that pipe and the
Hmm.
pouch of tobacco.
All right, I'll grab it. I'll set the drink down on the dresser or on the nightstand and grab the pipe and the tobacco and then walk towards him.
Okay, and as you do, you hear the voice of this gentleman. My lord, oh, who is this? What are you doing in my lord's chambers? Get,
Hmm.
quick, get behind me. And he kind of
Oh,
moves this guy out of the way.
oh, okay. I'll say, I'll say, my apologies, my good sir. I was merely handing your, oh, what am I
Charge,
calling him?
master,
Your
it doesn't matter.
merely, merely handing your friend this his pipe and tobacco.
And to that, the guy kind of holds out
I'll
his
hold it
hand.
out. I'll hold it out so that he can take it.
Okay, and he does. And as he kind of holds it in his hand, you see this little glow start to kind of shine through his hand as this previously kind of hidden mark on his palm starts to kind of uh, flash up, and you can see that this is another dragon mark,
Hmm.
the mark of Sentinel, and he kind of looks at the pipe, and you see this glow kind of move around it and through it as this energy that he's kind of summoned up is running over the pipe and the pouch. And after
Hmm.
it's done, he kind of looks satisfied but still suspicious and says, "Thank you. Uh, if you're looking for the bathroom, I believe there's one farther down the hallway."
Hmm.
He kind of turns and hands the pipe and the tobacco pouch back to Book, and he says, "Sir, we should really get back to the signing."
Hmm.
Yes, of course. I just wanted my pipe. I cannot sign paperwork without smoke. You know this. And they kind of move
Hmm.
out.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna continue to, I guess, investigating the room, the wardrobe, the the
Damn it.
chest.
And you see Galette come into the room and she says,
Mhm.
I swear I had him for a second and oh my gosh, I'm really failing. I had him for a second and then that man, the target, walked right by and it just completely pulled him away from me. I do not know how that happened.
No matter. We are in our target's chambers, and if you're thinking what I'm thinking, I think we can possibly use this to our advantage.
Well, we need to do whatever it is we are going to do soon because I do not know if you heard, but they said they were going to complete the signing and we needed to finish our mission before the document was signed.
Hmm. Excellent. Okay. Um, I don't remember that part of the mission. Before the document was signed.
Before the
Okay, so
negotiations were finalized and the documents were signed.
gotcha. Okay, so um, all right. So what I should do then is when I was no, it's too late for that. Okay, so let me think. I guess if we have to do it before the signing. Uh, okay, here's what we should do.
Yes?
One of us should hide in the room somewhere,
Yes?
and the other person should go into the meeting room and explain that there is something wrong with the room. Meanwhile, when he comes back to investigate, that will be our opportunity.
And what do we do about the bodyguard?
If they are traveling together, then the person that goes into the room can sabotage the documents so that they cannot be signed. If they come one or the other, then the person who engages with Book takes him out then.
Hmm. Well, I do not know which one of us could be the one to cause the destruction, since the bodyguard knows me and you now,
Mhm,
and Book definitely knows you now. Uh, Maybe if that was a door I saw right there, that would be out
mm,
of view of the bodyguard. I might
mhm.
be able to slip in that way to cause the diversion, as long as
Yes.
the bodyguard does not notice me.
Okay. So you cause the diversion, and I will stay in the room and execute the target.
Do you know? I think I have an idea. Okay. And so she kind of leaves. Um,
Okay.
gives she kind of gives you a minute. She does a she's gonna give you a kind of a silent 20 count to get yourself ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna go in the only hiding place there is. Well, I want to create. I want to maybe knock over the chest.
I'm going to do this time and
Oh,
remind you that there's a thing that you have as part of your character's abilities.
oh, like invisibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's oh sorry, that is starting at third level. You cannot cast invisibility until your third level.
Oh,
Um, but you
is
do
there? There's
know
like a hiding technique or something. Sneak attack. You
there's
know how to
hide,
strike subtly.
sneak attack. Hide is an action. You can hide as an action.
Hide.
Um,
Oh, okay.
there is yeah sneak attack. Obviously, you can sneak attack. Um,
Okay.
minor illusion is a cantrip. Here, let me. If you're not familiar with it,
Minor illusion.
I will show it to
Oh,
you.
the shape shadows. The minor illusion cantrip starting at third level. You can cast the invisibility spell once with this trait, and you regain the ability to cast it when you finish a long rest.
Hmm.
Charisma spell casting.
So I'm showing you minor
Um,
illusion right now, which is the spell.
Sound or image of an object within range that lasts for the duration of the illusion also ends if you dismiss it as an action or cast the spell again. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So this is something that you have access to.
Okay. Okay. So I can create illusion.
Yeah, sorry, I'd actually forgotten that you don't have invisibility right now either.
Okay. That's no problem. I can use this in either way. Uh, Image of an object such as a chair, muddy footprints, small chest. Um, how about this? I'll, okay, so do I have time to hide? Oh, actually, okay. Do I have time to tie a rope out the window? 20.
uh,
You said I have 20 seconds here, but
yeah, and actually,
um.
she's gonna come back into the room for a second. She's gonna be like, I have an idea. Uh,
Oh, okay.
play dead.
Play dead.
Yes, play dead.
Okay, I can do that. Play dead. Do it. Okay, so I'll just where I stand. Well, I'll go to the corner
Keep in mind that
and
you have that cantrip.
okay. Um, so what the heck am I supposed to do with that? So I can create an illusion, and I can also play dead. Maybe I create an illusion that I am dead, like I'm really bloody or something. Like
Okay,
maybe there's a dagger sticking out of my back.
now you're thinking with your marbles.
Okay, okay. So I'll lie on the ground, kind of close to the window, and I'll make the illusion that I've been stabbed, but maybe not in the back. Maybe my my throat is slit and there's a dagger lying next to me.
Okay. Um, and with that, you hear kind of a she gives a little not a little, she gives a loud ah like scream. And you hear this door thump in the next room, and she says, "You killed him! You killed him! I do not know why, but he is dead. You killed him! Oh, murder! Murder!" And there's a commotion, and people are like, "What? What are you talking about? Come, you come and see. You come and see him now." And she leaves the room, comes back inside, goes around, and kind of one by one, you see these folks start kind of shuffling in, crowding
Mm,
really into
mm,
this room.
yeah, too many people.
Oh, she said it was an idea. She didn't say it was a great idea. Let me go to this one too. And what is going on here? That's from this man right here. And
Mhm.
Book is like, I do not know. I just I just left him. He was fine. He was in my room and he got me my pipe. I do not understand. Uh, and this guy comes in and he says, "Whoa, what the heck? How did?" And he kind of looks over and sees her and he says, "What?" He just seems very confused. Well,
Mm.
this is this is not good. This is we must keep this very quiet.
She was
What
supposed to stay in the room if they
did you
all
do?
came in.
Oh yeah. Oh, was
Okay.
that? I'm sorry. I missed that part of your
That's
plan.
it. Her,
I
well, I
apologize.
mean, it was she changed the idea anyway, so it does. I guess maybe this is her plan. I don't know. I'm gonna continue playing dead.
I thought I'm sorry. I thought that was I forgot that part of your plan, or I missed that part of your
No, no,
plan.
no.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
well, now I I am. Say she sits down on the bed. She says, "I am so distressed. Why why did you kill him?" To which point this man looks Book looks very baffled. He says, "I did I there was no way I could have. I just left the room and he was fine. And they're kind of all just talking and chatting now. And she says, "Well, y- you should go and get a healer. Go, you." And she kind of points at the Tanith guy. Go get a
Mm-hmm.
healer now. He says, "Oh, right." And he leaves the room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this man's kind of like, I have to control this. You two stay with this corpse, and Book, I will deal with you shortly. And he also leaves the room.
All right. This is our opportunity. Okay. Where did my character sheet go? Dang it. All right. Shift. Double click on my character. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Character sheet. Abilities.
And he's
I
kind of
can.
just standing by the chest, kind of just aghast. His eyes are wide. He's completely bewildered at what could be happening, and she's really playing up, acting distraught and crying and saying, "How could you? How could you?"
Um. Is there a way that I can do a sneak attack from where I am on the ground, or possibly like get behind him, or is he facing me?
Well, he's definitely looking at you.
Okay.
Again, his eyes are wide, his mouth's kind of open and agape, and he's just kind of stammering, I do not understand. And he's completely bewildered. What do
Okay.
you want to do?
Then I'm gonna I'm gonna hop up and with let the blood kind of like pour out of me if that's part of the illusion.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And see what his reaction is before like
He kind
I'll
of stammers, oh, and stumbles back onto the bed. Ghost, an apparition, a zombie. Ah, and he
um
is not a good actor today. I'm sorry.
okay. I'll lock the door and I'll point to him.
Okay. He's looking at your
Um
finger.
oh, okay. So she's not getting it.
You're pointing to him. Oh, oh. And as he's kind of looking at you, she kind of just casually comes over to him and says, "Au revoir, Monsieur Book." And she brings her dagger around and cleanly just across his neck,
Perfect.
slits his throat
Perfect.
as he kind of as sinks onto the bed a little bit more, starts to like lay down and kind of roll over. And she says, "Oh, sweet dreams." And blood is starting to soak out and kind of start
Mm.
covering the bedspread. And she says, "We should probably go."
Yep. So did I successfully lock the door?
Hmm.
Okay. So next step, I doubt that I have time to put my clothes on him, and I can't use that ability to make him look like me. So
No.
I'll let's open the windows and get the f out of here. Can I? Do I have my rope on me? Can I use my rope to climb down, or do I need
It's.
it?
I would say you don't need it. There's enough
Okay.
handholds. Just make an athletics check for me.
Okay.
Boop.
Athletics check. Okay. Um. What is it? Oh. Ooh. Bad athletics.
Uh, did you roll?
It's my strength.
Oh, look at
So
that. Yeah, no,
20,
yeah.
natural 20.
You
Got lucky.
yeah, you pulled it. You pulled it through. Okay, give me 1 second here.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you're able to easily and quickly scale out the window and down to the first floor. Let me put you guys.
Hmm. Oh,
I'm gonna. Yeah, why not? I'll leave the music. It's fine.
yeah.
Where'd you guys go? Where did you guys go?
We're on the second floor.
Yeah, I know. I'm moving you through different floors here, and I've got the tokens.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We good. Boom.
Okay.
Okay. And as you quickly climb out of the window, you see this elderly man with a parchment tube in his hand
Oh no.
is kind of getting into this carriage here.
Oh no. Did he sign the documents already?
And the carriage, he calls to the driver. Carriage starts to
Oh no.
move away.
Okay. Do we get a chance to react to that?
Yeah, yeah. What do you want to do?
Can we chase it out after it, or is there no way to catch it? Like, I don't know how fast these carriages are.
Well,
I can't select a
um,
character.
it is a horse and carriage. It has taken off at kind of a brisk pace. Um,
Hmm.
you could definitely try to catch it, but I mean, just as that one is pulling off.
Uh-huh.
One
Uh-oh.
second, one second, one second. You see the carriage that brought you. Yes, I know they look very similar. It's uncanny. Uh, Pulls up and the driver says, "Get in. I think we still have time. We can catch him."
Hmm. Okay, let's do it. Let's get in.
All right, so you guys get in and off you go, chasing after this other carriage.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have you go ahead and make an animal handling check for me.
Oh, am I driving the carriage?
Well, the driver is, but someone needs to make this roll.
Okay, okay. Animal handling. Oh, I kind of have decent at this.
Eh,
5,
not as
8.
good. So you're not as much encouraging the animal as you are encouraging the driver
Uh-huh.
to catch up here.
Oh,
Yep, and you can
okay.
see this is your carriage here. Let me move. Whoops. Let me move your tokens onto the one that you're in.
Uh-huh.
Give me a second here. Just gotta do some finagling. Whoop. Ah. Oh, come on. This really does not want to cooperate with me today.
The music is excellent.
Thank you. That's one of the things
I'm maintaining an excitement.
That's one of the things I try to always have is music for my players. Why? Oh, that's why. Because I'm doing that wrong.
Do it right,
There we
man.
go. So
Oh,
you guys
yep.
are in this carriage,
Okay.
more or less. Uh,
Yeah.
so as
Yeah.
you move, it will move. Um, so this one's not moving at too quick a pace, and you guys are able to quickly kind of catch up to them as you draw nearer and your speed increases. The driver of this other carriage kind of looks back at you, sees you,
Uh-huh.
and he picks up his speed as
Oh
well.
no.
Okay, go ahead and make another animal handling check for me.
Okay.
There you go, much better.
23.
You're able to give
Natural 20.
a significant amount of encouragement, which closes the
Okay.
gap as you're racing along this cliffside road. You can see not too far off to the side here is a huge drop off the
Uh-huh.
edge into the channel or into the sound.
Is there any way I can fire a bow at the horses? Or
Do you have a
now
bow to
they're
fire?
I mean, it's short bow is in my inventory, but I don't know what's like counts as what I brought with me. Like
I'll say yeah.
or
You have your short
okay.
bow. It's still in the
Okay.
carriage from when you changed earlier.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'll can I fire a short bow at one of the horses? Kind of.
Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll with your short bow.
Okay. Awesome. Normal roll.
8.
Ooh,
What?
the carriage kind of rolls over a rock, and just as it does, your shot poof, goes wide, landing near one of the horses, which kind of spooks it, and it begins to take off at an even faster clip.
Dang it.
Okay, what do you want to do next?
Um, I guess fire again if it's. I mean, yeah, keep firing
With the
until I
animal
hit a horse.
handling check that you made earlier, the encouragement you gave definitely has your group moving up a lot faster. You did spook those horses somewhat,
Okay.
but you are getting close now. You're
Okay. I
within.
guess animal handling I have +3, so maybe I guess I'll try it one more time
Yeah,
so that I can kind of get close enough to jump onto the.
yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
19, better.
As you're able to give enough encouragement, you're now about 5 feet away.
Hmm.
That's enough room to jump.
Okay. All right, I'll jump.
Make an athletics check for me, or acrobatics, either
Yeah.
one.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, again, either
Acrobatics
athletics
or
or
athletics.
acrobatics.
Okay, I'll go. I'll choose acrobatics
Mm-hmm.
because that's dexterity. 22.
Boom, there you go. Yeah, you easily leap from one carriage over to the other one,
Okay,
landing solidly on top.
on top. Okay.
So let's put your character. Yep, there you go.
All right.
Okay, what do you want to do?
So is there a way into the carriage from there?
There are doors on the sides. You can see the driver's kind of looking back at you, and he's just like, and he's not sure what to do. He can't really stop the horses or slow them down right now.
Mm,
So you've got the doors on the sides of the carriage. You've got the driver kind of sitting up in the front.
okay. Um. Yeah, I'll try to get in through the doors inside the carriage.
Yeah, you're able to kind of lean over off the top of the carriage and
Yeah.
pull one of the doors open.
Mhm.
If you want to kind of try and flip yourself in there, I'll use your same acrobatics check that you just made,
Oh.
and yeah, you're
Okay.
able to kind of do a really impressive looking kind of somersault flip from the
Mm,
top, kind of using the edge of the carriage roof to swing yourself over and do a little half turn in midair,
nice.
landing on your feet inside of the carriage. And you see
Perfect.
this old
Okay.
elderly scribe looking person kind of shivering and trembling with the scroll case in his hand.
All right. I'll swipe the scroll and open it and check it to see what it is.
Uh, yeah, as you look at it, it looks like it's the document with the signatures of both Giono Scintillan, or Scintillan, and Emissaire Book.
Okay. I'll slip the document into my or I actually, you know what? Hmm. Can I just tear the guy's name off of the document?
I mean, you could.
Maybe I should just do that and then just take that part of the document.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
And then I'll just slip it into my clothes and then put the document back in the document case and close it and hand it back to him. And I'll say, "The shame will have to let you live."
The older gentleman is kind of shaking. He says, um, "Thank you."
And I'll tell him. I'll lean in closely, holding my dagger, and I'll say, "Be sure to let everyone you see know that Book didn't make it tonight."
Okay. Yeah, you say that to him, and you see the other carriage pulls up next to you. They're now running almost exactly parallel.
Uh-huh.
As
Okay.
you see from inside, excuse me, Galette is kind of reaching her hand out to you.
Okay. I'll hop back into the other carriage.
And as the carriage kind of pulls up next to the other one and starts to kind of pass, she kind of looks up at the driver, gives him a little smile, and flicks her wrist. A dagger leaves her hand, shoots up directly into this guy's eye as he screams, jerks the horses, and sends the carriage careening off the cliffside.
I'll look back at her and say, "You fool! No one else was supposed to die."
It said if possible, and it did not seem possible that we could let them live. As
We were supposed to let them live so that they could spread the news.
they just said that the news needed to spread. They also did say to maintain deniability, and that man has seen our faces.
True. Okay. You make a good point.
As your carriage slows and makes its way back into Taliost.
Okay. Is it about dinner time?
I would think so, but we do have that last part of our mission to complete first.
Absolutely. Lead the way.
So just kind of describe to me how you guys would like to go about kind of spreading the word.
Let's see. I guess I can't like post little like things on lampposts, like little flyers. Let's see. Is there? Do I know this town very well, or is this like my just pass through it?
You know it fairly well. You've been kind of staging here as this was where you were told to kind of be set up. You've been staging here for about a month, so you're fairly familiar with it. But this is not a town. This is again like a large metropolitan area. It's not quite as big as Sharn, right, or quite as built up as Sharn, but it is a fairly large city, a trading city.
Okay.
You know that there's the Great Market is one of the big appeals of this place. There's this very large marketplace.
Okay.
And a business district and other things too.
Yeah, okay. I mean, definitely flyers would be the way to go, but I'm doubting that there's like a printing press nearby that would be able to make this word go out quickly. So maybe there's
do a history check for me.
Okay, history check.
Ooh.
5. Nice.
Ooh.
I
I was going to tell you not to roll because it doesn't really matter.
Oh, sure. Okay.
But I wanted to see what the roll came out to be.
Okay.
No, there is a printing press.
Oh,
this is a large
there
city.
Is a printing press.
There is a local newspaper.
Okay. So let's do this. Maybe I can. Yeah. Okay. I'll go to the printing press and I'll just walk in and.
And what you actually walk into, like I said, it's the local newspaper.
Okay, newspaper.
Yeah, and this is the Thaliost Tribune.
Thaliost Tribune. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I'll walk up to whoever is working there at the time, and I'll approach them and say, "Good day, sir or ma'am," or whatever, whoever's there.
Yeah, you see a short female halfling is sitting behind the counter, and she's got little spectacles on, and she's kind of busy kind of penning out notes, and as she writes the notes on one piece of paper, you can see other pieces of paper nearby have the same script that's kind of appearing on them.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that this is kind of a magical instrument that she's using to kind of write these notes out, and it's creating copies. And she says, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
Well, I have it on good authority to let you know about the death of uh, the recent death of a noble emissary by the name of Book.
Yeah,
Do you know of him?
the guy's name is not Emissary Book. His name is
It's
Emissaire Book.
Emissary Book. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounds like emissary,
I
but
thought it.
it's
Yeah, I thought
Emissaire.
it. Okay.
And with that, her pen kind of goes, kind of scrapes across the page, and she says, "What, Monsieur Book?" And she says, "Oh no, how? Hold on." She kind of picks her pen up again and takes out a separate piece of paper, and she says, "Okay, tell me everything you know."
And I'll let her know. I'll say, well, word has it, John Doe Felizi recently went to uh, the Lazar Principalities. No, that's not true. Hold on.
From
I'm
from the
from
from the Lazar Principalities, yeah.
yeah, from the Lazar Principalities. That. Oh wait, hold on. In the Scintillon manner.
Scintillon, yeah. There you go.
Um, and at that meeting, he witnessed the brutal murder of Emissaire Book.
Oh, and who was it that killed him?
I heard it was Jondo Felizi himself.
Oh no, this is terrible news. I can only imagine what kind of unrest and panic this will cause throughout the population here. But
It is a deep tragedy, his
in
death.
indeed, oh, this will make things very difficult. But it is news and it must be printed. And what did you say your name was, Mister?
My name, uh, I'm no one important. It doesn't matter.
Do you wish to
But,
remain anonymous?
um, maybe it would be best. Cleaner, if you
And
will.
do you have anything to back this up?
Hmm. Uh, I should have grabbed that journal.
We can retcon say that you did.
Oh, okay. I'll well, let's see. Uh well, I don't want to put myself in that position to uh indicate that I was there for any reason. So I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna say to her, well, believe me or don't, but I highly recommend you follow up with this information because this is going to be a devastating news story, and I would want to be the first one to tell it if I were in a position as such as yours.
Ah, yes, well, as I can, I could say yes, I agree. Uh,
Would you like me to take this story to any of the other presses,
no,
for
no, no.
instance?
So this was, let me make sure I have it correct. Monsieur Book was murdered by Jondo Felici of Lazar, but in the presence and company of Giono Ircintelan, is that correct?
Correct.
And
That's
it
what
was
I heard.
at his party?
They were at the party together, yes.
I see. I see. Thank you. And do you have any other details? You don't have to elaborate the actual details, but if you want to, you can.
Um, let's uh, let's also mention the bodyguard. I didn't get his name, but from House Denith.
Okay. Oh, he had the house beneath was there, and they were supposed to be protecting him.
So I've heard, yes.
Well, that does make for quite a scandal. It will definitely cause some tremors within the houses as well. But
Hmm.
that makes for a good news story. Oh, Oh, this city is going to get bad soon. I may have to leave after printing this. Thank you. And
So, what does this information? How is this valued to you?
oh, to me, it is a very, uh, if true, very powerful news. Uh, you know, Monsieur Book was the leader of the faction here, which has been uh, arguing for a return to more Onderan custom, and and I hear that he was even being eyed to take on a mayorship role here in uh, that Jesus Christ, Thasios, Thalios, but Thalios.
Mm.
This would have, if he had become mayor, uh, potentially greatly reduced the sheer number of riots and unrest within the city. But with the news of his death, oh,
It is a
this,
very dark day.
yes, and I do anticipate that things would only get worse here.
Hmm. Well, so this story that you're going to print, it sounds like it might upset a lot of people.
Oh, most certainly. There are many loyal Anderans here who do not like that they are now part of Thrain.
Hmm. Well, it's best to let the people know so that they can find a new person to elect, possibly.
Yes, yes, I would say so.
Quick, yes. If the word spreads quickly amongst the commoners, then well, I think that we can start a movement.
That is
Get
what was.
somebody,
I believe
get
that is what.
somebody
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
to take, get someone to take his place.
I believe a movement was part of what Monsieur Book was trying to do, and now I can only imagine that this will be a spark in the dry fields. No?
Mm, yes, yes.
So if you
Vive
don't.
la révolution.
If you have business in the city, I would recommend that you maybe conclude it before this gets published.
Mm,
But thank you for the story, and a good day to you, Monsieur Anonymous.
mm. So, just so we're clear, this story hasn't earned me any coin.
Uh, you have brought me an anonymous tip, which I have accepted. Uh,
Okay.
if you
Maybe
wanna,
I.
you can make a persuasion roll if you wanna try and
Oh, okay.
kind of try and coax some
Yeah.
money out of her.
Yeah. Okay. Persuasion. I doubt that I'll get to keep this money in the next session. 4. Okay, so I don't.
Eh, thank
I'm
you.
not really planning on. I'm not really planning on trying to get money out of her. I'm just trying to make it seem like it's more realistic of a story because I'm expecting money about it, money
Uh,
from it, or
it
something.
with that persuasion roll, it actually has the opposite effect. She kind
Oh,
of
great.
looks at you after you bring up money, and she says, "I mean, I will follow up, but do you have any kind of additional proof behind your claim?"
Only that John Doe Felizi is probably not going to live long.
Well, I do not know this John Doe, uh, but I would assume no, he will not.
Oh, okay, then I'll quit while I'm behind, I guess.
Okay, so you get out of there. Galette is waiting for you, and she
Okay.
says, I believe we have a dinner to attend, but first, some shopping.
Mm. Shopping, you say?
Well, you did say you would pick my outfit.
No, I already have an outfit for you.
Ah, I see. And when will I get to see this outfit?
Well, after dinner, when you accompany me to my quarters.
And she gets a little smirk and a smile. You can see little dimples that
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't usually show, um,
Okay.
but they are rather endearing. And with that, you head off to dinner and a sleepless night, I assume.
Mm. That's sort of the plan. Was that the outfit was nothing at all or something sleazy?
Gotcha, gotcha. And with that, we will conclude the session.
Well, that wasn't so bad. I mean, I thought there was going to be some sort of betrayal involved, but that almost went too smoothly.
Yeah, again, it was playing through history.
Okay.
Um, so history can be smooth.